This tutorial is solving absolute value equations. And before we start this one, there's a concept you need to understand before doing these problems, and that is all absolute value problems have two answers, unless the answer happens to be something like 0, which has no positive and negative version. So here's a simpler problem. Let's just say you had the absolute value of x. Now remember, absolute value means distance from 0. So if you had the absolute value of x equals 5, what you're saying is find a number whose distance from 0 is 5. And there are two answers to this. X can equal either 5 or x can equal negative 5. And if you look at a number line, here's 0. Since absolute value means distance from 0, there's two solutions. Either you can be 5 units away on this side, that's one solution, or you can be 5 units away from 0 on this side, and therefore negative 5 is the solution. So the distance from 0 could be, or x itself could be 5 or negative 5. They both have a distance of 0 of 5. So keep that in mind, and now we can do the two problems listed here. So let me clear out my old work. All right, so first up, this is still saying the absolute value of stuff equals 9. And so let me change stuff to happy face. There we go. So whatever's inside the brackets, it doesn't really matter. All we know is that there's two possibilities, that this stuff inside could either have equaled positive 9, or this stuff inside could have equaled negative 9, just like our example with the 5. So now instead of happy face, you happen to have 2x minus 1. So we have two equations. Either 2x minus 1 equals 9, or 2x minus 1 equals negative 9. Then from here, simply solve both equations like normal, and you're good to go. So here, add 1 to both sides. The 1's cancel out. Left over is 2x. 9 plus 1 is 10. Divide both sides by 2, and done. There's one possible answer, so x equals 5 is one solution. On this side, if we had negative 9, then adding 1, those guys cancel out. 2x is left over. Negative 9 plus 1 is negative 8, and then divide by 2. So final result is negative 4 is the second solution. So there are always going to be two solutions to these problems, unless it's a special case like no solution or 0 or something else. But otherwise, expect two solutions. All right, problem B, let's erase all the work and go on to problem B. Now, there's one thing different about problem B that problem A didn't have, and that is there's an extra 8 sitting outside the absolute value bars. You need to deal with this 8 before you start doing the whole plus or minus thing. So the 8 needs to be gotten rid of. So let's subtract 8 to both sides of the equation. These guys cancel out. Then we have 53 minus 8 is 45. On the left-hand side, we still have absolute value of 6 plus 3x. And then done. All right, now that we have the absolute value isolated, now we can say that we have two equations. Either we have 6 plus 3x equals 45, or we have the negative version. 6 plus 3x could equal negative 45. Oh, hang on. Well, I'm at the edge of my drawing space. All right, there we go. So now solve each equation on its own, and done. So here's that. Subtract 6. Subtract 6. These guys cancel out. You get 3x. 45 minus 6 is 39. Divide by 3. So there's one answer. X equals 13. And then the second possibility is over here. Subtract 6. Subtract 6. Those guys cancel out. Left over is 3x. Negative 45 minus 6 more is negative 51. And divide by 3. And the final solution, let's see, 30 to 51 does go in evenly. It's negative 17. And so our two answers are 13 or negative 17. So once again, now it's time for you to practice this stuff yourself. So having seen this, you need to practice. So here's a great way. Again, go to YouTube and search for this stuff. Really, it works. So I'll do a live search. I'll type in solving absolute value equations. So it's already up there, solving absolute value equations. Do a YouTube search, and I've got hits. So I'll pick one randomly, but basically for you, pick something, play the thing, and before the teacher does the actual problem, okay, so this teacher's about to work this problem out. And before she does, press pause and try it yourself. Then press play and see, check your answer. But there's a whole bunch of videos here. There's a total of, if I scroll over, okay, it found 5,000 videos basically. They're probably not all relevant, but they're probably a few hundred that are relevant. So go ahead and play some of the videos, press pause before the teacher works out the problem, try it yourself, then press play, and it's a great way to practice. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.